Hello and welcome to this very special, very different version of the Daily Draw. My name's Joanne and I'm here today as part of a project called At With Nature 2020, which is all about biodiversity. Today's video is about a really incredibly special species. We're going to be drawing a bird, but not just any old bird. We are going to be drawing the white-necked Picathartes. This bird is indigenous to West Africa and it's been around for 44 million years. Just to put that into context, the very first pieces of art known that we've got left, cave drawings, are 44,000 years old. And the white-necked Picathartes, which I have had problems saying, but I feel like I've cracked it now by going back to David Attenborough, the Picathartes. They've been around for 44 million years, and that's what we are going to be drawing and painting today. Your drawing can be part of the bigger picture, and throughout this whole drawing and painting exercise, you're going to see that we'll put up the email that we want you to send your pictures to. Make sure you send your pictures in. The white-necked Picathartes is going to be the Ghana entry for At With Nature 2020. So for children in Ghana, a huge hello from us at the Little Art School here in Scotland. We hope you really enjoy drawing this magnificent bird. And to children drawing around the world, we hope that it encourages you to go and find out more about the white-necked Picathartes and to be part of At With Nature 2020 and to be part of the bigger picture. We are very excited about drawing this. So if you're looking at that thinking, oh, where do I start? Well, here, stick with me. I'm going to take you through simple step-by-step way. So anybody of whatever age will be able to draw this. So this is where we're going to finish, but here is where we're going to start. Can you see that? We're just going to start by drawing two lines, joining it with a curve, couple of triangles and a couple of rectangles, and that's going to be it. So absolutely anybody can do this. That's what we're going to start with. Then we're going to develop. You can see there those shapes in red. We're going to develop on top of those shapes, and then we're going to finish. And here is where then we're going to take some colour. I've just got 3 colours here. You really could, if you've got an orange, you're going to be fine as long as we've got this orange bit here, and you can do this with an ordinary pencil if you want to. I just used a black, a grey and an orange colouring pencil, but you could use crayons, you could use felt tips, you can use absolutely whatever. So let's start with this really simple shape. Here we go. I've got my piece of paper and I'm going to go with these. So what I'm going to do now is draw them in. If I'm going too fast for you, watch it, and then I'm going to pause at this point, and you can pause it on your screen and just draw with me, or draw along at the same time. Whatever works for you. This is a fun bit of drawing. I'm going to start by just putting here on. I'm going to find about the middle of my page. That's there. Let me bring the drawing in. The middle of the page is about there. I'm just going to go up from it slightly. Did you see that? There's the middle. I'm just going to go up slightly. There. I'm going to put a little dot there, and from that dot I'm going to start with a straight line. Now hold your pencil really loosely. This is the key to drawing really nice loose pencil grip. So hold your pencil really loosely. Just realising that my hands are covered in paint. I'm afraid that is just a bit of a problem of my job that I do. I've always got hands covered in paint. Here we go, and I'm going to take another line across there. So we've got these 2 straight lines there. Now all we're going to, this one's just a bit longer, that one, just a little bit, doesn't matter too much. Now all I'm going to do now, keeping that pencil grip, see how relaxed that pencil grip is? Keep it nice and relaxed, and I just want you to do a nice curve all the way down to there. Our hands are made for doing curves. It's great for curves because we've got this lovely curve here, can you see? So that's how we're going to start. We've got that in there to start. Let's add this bit in. This is going to become his fabulous neck here. Straight up there. Just 2 lines and our little rectangle. That's all we're going to do there. Now here, let's put in a triangle. I'm going to take from there, I'm going to take that line across. Let me move down. Take that line across there to there. And I'm not going to take the triangle right up to there. I'll come down a little bit and take out my triangle there. Now this line here, I'm just going to carry it on to make the tail. Carry it on almost to the bottom of my page there. Take it out just a bit. All this is going to be rubbed out, so I'm really not worrying about being super accurate. What this is doing is it's like a little skeleton. It's giving us a sort of underdrawing really that we can build on at the next stage, but we've got the right size and we've got the shapes in the right order. Now here I'm going to take that down there and just finish with another triangle. This is going to become the legs in a little while. So we'll just take the triangle down to there, and that's your first shapes. How easy is that? So pause, nice loose pencil grip, and get your first basic shapes down, and then we'll move on. So that's your shapes you've got there. And what I'm going to do here, can you see here you've got these shapes there in red? You see, that's the shapes you've just put in. And what we're going to do now is we're going to come in, we're going to use those shapes and we're going to use them to guide us so we can put these lines in. Okay, so I'll put that out of the way. Again, I'm going to pause so you can either watch, work with me or just watch and then slowly do it at your own pace. I'm going to start up here with this rectangle. Can you see I've just curved it off slightly there? And I'm going to take it out there, and then this is going to form part of the neck. So it's just turning what were very straight, sharp lines into nice bends. Now here, this is when we're going to start to see them come alive. I'm going to take it out into a curve. It's a sort of semicircle to about there, but then we'll take it down a little bit further so it's there. So we've got that shape. You see, so from our basic rectangle, we've just added on the shapes to make the head. Now let's get this beak in. It's actually, if I bring this in, can you see that if I put a line in, which I will do at the next bit, it's slightly bigger on the top and straighter on the bottom. You see that bit? So what I'm going to do is if I come down, I'll take it down from about there, coming to about there, and then it's almost a straight line really coming in. I've possibly taken it a little bit too long there, so I'm going to come in, bring my pencil and measure. Okay, now I can see that, and my eye could see that I'd done it too big, so I'm just going to curve it off slightly there, just use my rubber. Don't worry about making mistakes. Art is all about making mistakes. That's how we learn. Right, there we go. I've got those shapes in, so I'm quite happy with that. I might bring that down a little bit more. Right, this line here, we don't need to touch. You see that? We've got that in. It's absolutely spot on, but we do want to curve the back off. So if that was our rectangle, I'm going to come up to about there. It's really on a level with that line there, can you see? And I'm going to take this out to here in a nice gentle curve. It's not as curvy as that, it's kind of down and then coming round. So can you see he's starting to appear now, isn't he? Don't you see? Do you see that? Let's split this shape here now. There's a really distinctive angle here in the way that the wings fold, so it comes up, almost like a little petal there. It comes up, down, and then I'm going to take it to about there. So we've cut off part of that rectangle there. And now we've finished here, so we can come back in with our rubber. Get rid of that, and that, and that. There we go, all done. So we've got that coming. Let's work on this tail now, and all the detail is here in this triangle. And what I'm going to do is come from here. I'm going to take that down, come up, and meet that line there, which is going to form the tail. And here, where we've got that coming down, I am just going to come into the triangle slightly there and take it down. So I'm just cutting off a bit of the triangle. So I'll cut off that bit of the triangle at the top, and I'll cut off that bit there. Actually, I can get rid of that there. Oh, this is our bird. Can you see really coming to life? I read a description of this bird and how endangered it is today, where it described it as the holy grail of the avian world. This idea that it's something so precious, if you saw it, you would feel that you'd found something very, very precious. Okay, so coming in here now, I'm just going to, where we've got that rectangle, you can leave it like that, but it's a bit too straight for our tail. I just want to bring it down and curve it slightly there and curve it off. Now I'm going to pause and you'll be able to see that really clearly. I've just curved it slightly. And then I can get rid of that rectangle there, which was a little guide. Keeping your pencil grip nice and loose. You see, that's what I did there. So that was the shape we had, and I've just come in slightly, loosened it all off and made it really nice. And like, I'll put this here now whilst we have a go at the legs. The legs are a little bit more complicated, I think. We've got our triangle here. There, I probably should have kept that line in. Let's pop that line back in there. Got our triangle here, and what I want to do is to come like that. We'll take that line a little, and this bit of the triangle, that is going to stay. We're going to keep that all the way to there. All that's going to happen is we're going to take it on slightly. There on that side of the triangle, you see that line there? I'm just going to bring it out, go to there. And then we can split it. We can put this line here. Now, all drawing is a series of shapes. That's it. Just shapes. Whether it's a triangle or whether it's this shape here that we're putting in. So that's the top of the legs in there. Let's get rid of the triangle. We've got the top in. Now let's look at the bottom of the legs. Now, as well as being shapes, sometimes it's the shape within the shape. Can you see that shape there? If I go in with my pencil there, can you see that shape there? Let's have a little think about that one. If I bring that down and that to there, I want to think about that triangle between. You see, we put that in. That really helps us to get that top leg in the right place. And we've got just enough room. I'm going to have to move my paper up slightly, just enough room to pop in his feet, but we will do that at the next stage. So that's where we are now. That's how we've built it. So if you pause and pop those shapes in. But before we come on to finish the details, I just want to pick up on something I talked about right at the beginning about biodiversity. And I said that today's project, this drawing, is part of a much bigger project called With Nature 2020. And that's about drawing attention to biodiversity right across the world. But what does that mean, biodiversity? Well, a bit in the same that life would be really dull if everybody was the same. We really depend on difference so that all of us can find a niche in the world that suits us. And nature is the same. A variety of habitats, genes and species make for a really healthy planet because each one's got its role to play in maintaining what's called a web or fabric of life. So we're drawing this white-necked Picathartes today with children in Ghana, and the idea is that all these pictures will come together to form one giant white-necked Picathartes. Their picture is going to become part of a huge display. And this display is going to be With Nature 2020. And the project, which will go out on the 22nd of May, the International Day for Biodiversity, we're going to create a tapestry of species across the world. And this is going to be part of that tapestry. So as you finish it off, I want you to think about that. Think about how your drawing, this drawing that you're doing today, is going to be part of this tapestry a species that we're going to show around the world. But before we get to that stage, we really need to finish it off. So hold on 1 second while we come in. I'm going to pop that there. You can see we've got the beak. You can, if you want to adapt it slightly, you can. I'm going to put an extra little line in there. And I'm just going to put in that little shape. But also, can you see how we've finished it there? We want to bring it in. So he's got that distinctive shape there. I'll just find my rubber. There we go. I'm going to rub out that line. There we go. There. Now here, this is one of the things, this head here is what makes this amazing bird so distinctive. I'm going to bring it in, so it's really important that we get this in. Bring it in, and I'm going to come round to there. And then I'm going to split it off. Can we see? You see here? I'll split it off there. That bit is going to be black. This bit's going to be orange, and we need another bit down there for the orange as well. Okay, and then we're going to put in the eye. I think I may take this in slightly so that I've got a bit more room for my eye, otherwise I'm not going to have enough room. There we go, just enough room there. And I want a circle, and then another round it. And then we can rub off that little bit there. That is our head finish, can you see? If you feel you want to make it a bit bigger, you can do that. But we've got our head in. All of this bit is finished. We've got the tail, we've got the back, we've got the body. I'm just going to push my drawing up here so you can see, and we're going to finish off with the feet. Our legs are in, and all we want to do with the feet is bring it out to there. And join that. There's a really long part of the foot that comes behind here. And then we've got the feet in. So that is our finished drawing. So I'm going to pause there. Take your time, just work on any bits that you're not that happy with. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be part of this amazing global tapestry on the 22nd of May. So when you've got to that stage, you just need to make sure you've got an orange pencil, if possible a black one, maybe even a grey one, that can help you. But even if you've just got an orange, that's enough, and we will start to put some colour on. Okay, so here's our final finished coloured bird, and I've just used these 3 pencils here. I'm going to start with the orange, I'm going to work in with my black and a little bit of grey, or you can just use an ordinary pencil there as well at the end. So let's pop him out the way. And let's get our orange bit done here. So what do you do? What do you do when you've finished yours? Well, what we want you to do is to email an image of it to the email address I'm going to put on the screen now. So that's where we need you to send your emails of your picture. And then all of your pictures are going to be put together to make a giant picture, which will form part of With Nature 2020. So I am drawing this here in the west of Scotland. So I'm up in Scotland, and our species that we're doing, our endangered species, is called, so I've just done that bit in orange there, and I'm going to do this bit in black, but here I've got an orange there. You can see just a little bit there of orange, and I'll do this bit in black. Our endangered species is the Scottish wildcat. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a huge physical picture of our Scottish wildcat. We're going to do it with clothes, hopefully all being well, because there's an awful lot going on around the world at the moment. So what if we can, we'll be doing ours on a school playing field with clothes. But as you can't do that at the moment in Ghana, we're really hoping that you will finish your pictures. I'm pressing quite hard here so that that shows up. Can you see? I'll press hard for that, and then I'll shade it with my black. By just emailing your picture in, your picture then will become part of the Ghana the big Ghana image, you'll be able to look really closely and see that your picture is there as part of it. I'm just going to go around the eye like that, around the centre where I'm going to press hard, a little bit eye to there. It doesn't really matter, but just makes it there. And then I'll come down here and I'm just going to do the top. Going right round. So your picture will be digitally monitored, and then from that digital picture, the hope is that hundreds of your Picathartes will go to form one giant Picathartes, which then people all around the world will be able to see on the 22nd of May. Now here, I'm going to try colouring. Using my pencil in the direction, you see I'm going in the direction that the feathers would go. I'm wondering if anybody in Ghana who is drawing with us now has ever seen one of these magnificent birds. If you have, you must feel very lucky. And you can come back in there with your pencil and you can draw more smaller feathers coming along there. We're quite nervous about our Scottish wildcat that we're going to be creating material because the west coast of Scotland, an awful long way north of where you are in Ghana, unfortunately it does rain quite a lot, so we're desperately hoping that we get a nice sunny day in May to be able to make our picture. But we're also going to be having children hopefully across Scotland drawing our wildcat with us as well, and we hope many of them will join in to do this too. So let me come in now, and I'm just going to finish it with my grey pencil. I'm just going to go in. I'm making it nice and smooth. You can see lovely loose marks. Pop in the legs here. This will work equally well if you're just doing it with the pencil you started off drawing with. And I'm going to shade the legs a little and the feet so that they really show up. That is our finished bird. We really hope that you will contribute to being part of the bigger picture, so make sure you send your picture into this email address. Thank you for drawing with us today, and make sure that you send your pictures of the white-necked Picathartes into the email address that we've given throughout the video, and we're going to give it again right here at the end. You send your picture in and make sure then that you are part of the bigger picture. You can stay in touch with what's happening with Nature by following on social media. So remember, With Nature, keep an eye out for what's happening in the lead up to the 22nd of May. Send your picture in, be part of the bigger picture, and help to keep this magnificent species alive.